Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel.
Hope you have a wonderful day. In today's video, we're going to talk, a conversation that we had in the past couple of nights or so. We had, close friend of ours come around, and it was a rather interesting topic. And I figured, okay, then we're probably not the only one here. So they were looking at, and the scenario goes, okay, so they sold their business, they cashed out, they were able to buy a property. Great that you have a property. At the same time, they have extra excess of income. And with this extra excess of income, we're looking at what is that to do?
Yeah, so they were thinking because how they made the money was from
Don't worry about that.
so how they got the excess of the capital, they sold the business. So that's the only way they know how to make more money. So they were thinking to start another business.
They're looking at other options.
Yeah, and then we're thinking different business idea.
Yeah, we talk about, okay, then have you thought about different, businesses? What is it that you're trying to do? There was a little bit of obstacle due to the health reason. They won't be able to do a lot of physical type of businesses.
Yeah.
So it's got to be something that is non-physical. Non-physical.
Yeah, not that much of labor of work.
Yeah.
And
like, okay, so you can't do that. So and then we try a different avenue.
Yeah, and then I think just throughout the conversation from the past business, they did mention a lot. Oh, there's so much headache, hard work, and all this stuff. And I asked them, "What are you passionate about building business, or are you passionate about getting income? Two different things."
Yeah.
Do you want just the money side, or you want the ego or your pride of you building your business? And let's say I use $1 million to build it, and I can sell it for 10 million. Is that your
is that your passion? Is that your passion? Ambition?
Yes, correct. Because some people they really they love doing it. I put my effort, and someone appreciate and buy my business with a lot the value of it. So they appreciate. But for us, we're too lazy about that. We tried, and business is not easy. It's good.
There's a lot of learning curve. There's a lot of headache. There's a lot of sleepless nights, risk.
But it is the more hard work you put it in, the better result. We did that with eBay. We remember that back then. We did a lot of listing, and we packed a lot of stuff. We see money coming in, and now we stop. Of course, income stop as well. So it is depends on, do you have the effort and energy to put it in the business and generate more income for you? But then eventually they said just want income.
So it works out to be that they actually just want the income.
Yes.
So and it's not the business, it's the income.
Yes.
So, okay then.
And they don't want to work for someone. They don't want to work for someone.
At this current stage, one of the partners is actually working with someone, and then we sat down and goes, realistically, I can't see myself becoming wealthy by working with someone.
Oh, of course not.
Like, okay, understand that. That's why you want to go into the business, because you can get a lot more, I guess, free spirit, let's say, to do whatever it is that you're wanting to do. Whereas in a job, you're stuck. These are your paycheck. This is how much you earn. This is your task.
And you're capped.
And you're capped at that. If you're lucky, you get pay increase. But you don't have this flourish of, bam, you can
unlimited commission or high return.
Yeah, with the potential can grow a lot higher. So we understand that. And then realizing, well, how much capital have you guys got? So, and then it substantial enough capital. And I'm like, and then have you guys sat down and talked to each other in terms of how much do you really need? So, and works out to be not much.
No. So actually, by the look of how they act, and then the type of car they drive.
Yep.
And I can feel that they're frugal. They are reasonable, and that's why we tell them why like is say, let's say amount $50,000 enough. For example, $50,000 in dividend, is it enough for you for a year? And they say, yeah, that's enough. That's very reasonable. because last time we
realistic.
realistic, because last time we were talking with another friend is just can't
unrealistic.
Can't help. Sorry, can't help.
Well,
you need a lot more capital.
The goal, like I guess more like what they want and what they need and what they have in terms of capital, it does not match.
It's a big gap.
It's
anyway,
a giant gap.
So here, this couple we were talking to yesterday, and then both of them they're quite frugal. We think it will work, and then the husband did say a few years back then he did think about ETF, but he just didn't pursue.
I think it's a matter of timing. It's one of those things, right? It's
timing,
like when the what was it?
The moment.
There's a quote. There's a quote of when the student ready, and then the information will be there.
Yeah.
Or something along those
yes.
lines. Yeah. So it just happened. We talked about it. I'm like, well, this is the vehicle that we're looking at. This is how we're going to achieve it. This is, we sat down and figuring out the numbers after doing the calculations. Like, is that gonna be enough for you? Because I think there's that like aha moment. It's like, even if you just take out the interest component, your capital will never run out. In fact, it's actually going to grow and grow in the condition that you're living this type of lifestyle, this type of expenses.
Yeah. And then a funny thing is the wife just say, oh, he never talk about that. They don't really talk about that. And we said, you really have to talk about that.
As a husband and wife or partner or married or any couple, I guess it's a bit tough when it comes to personal finance conversation, when it comes to money conversation. We try to encourage couples to actually talk about this a lot more.
I don't know why. Is it because whenever a guy talk about money to a female, then the female's not interested, or they don't get it, or what? Feels like most of the women, feels like most of the guy talk money to guys.
Yeah.
They don't talk to the partner, or they feel like
I have to put like analogy so that where instead of money, interest, compound interest, income, dividends, with those, I guess, financial term, I have to put it like in a easier format. So the format for us is like
growing a tree,
and then you get the mango every year. Instead of 1 year, you're gonna have one mango. Next year, you're gonna have two mangoes, and then you're gonna have 4, 8, 10, 20, whatever it is. So just to have that concept alone, just like, oh, okay, so if I plant this tree now, and next year will be this amount coming out. That's the fruit of your labor, let's say. Or if not, something to do with kids or something to do in the kitchen.
So relate to the current situation. I think some of the financial term is quite boring, like dividends, interest, compound
interest, and then like pay ratio, expenditure, what's your growth. That's a bit dull.
Yeah.
So, but if we look at it in a basic format of it, like if you have this amount of money, if you put it in the market, this is the amount that you're expected to get return. Being, I guess, conservative at the lowest point, using at the very lowest point data of income, let's say, how much are you expecting to get every year? Now, in the beginning, when I first started, I thought it was like, okay, at the end of the year, let's say December 31st, here's an extra amount. But that's not the case.
No.
And realistically, some of them pays every quarter. Some of them pays every month. Some of them only twice a year. Some of them yearly. So they're all different depending on the product and services that you're actually purchasing. So it all comes down to, it's like every time I have a conversation, there's always one partner that's like over the head about all of this. So how can I simplify this?
Yeah.
And then you got the other partner, it's like that is so dominant. Yeah. You look at every single people that we talk to.
And I just feel like all the male. Think about that. And
I don't know. Maybe the guy version's like, oh, okay, so I'm a man in this house. So I'll get a big provider. How do I do this?
Well, but I think mainly female. Just we focus on spending. Like I buy food, I spend on the kids. I buy this and I buy that. And the guy's like, stop buying, stop spending the money. That's how guys feel. Like, how can I grow more money? And the holes are leaking everywhere. How can I keep it,
patch it up. So, but at the end of the day, you really need to sit down and have a conversation.
Correct. Just have the
beginning.
same goal, but it feels like they have the same goal. They not. I don't feel like one of them spend more.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I think they're quite good in that. So anyway, we mentioned about ETF, and you talk to the husband a bit more and showing all the data.
Yeah.
And I think he's
this
very
is based on
our
product, on what product and services that we use.
Yeah.
This is what we use. I mean, I'm not affiliated to them. I'm not getting commission or getting endorsement from them. It's just like, hey, this is the product that we use. This is the vehicle that we're using, and so far it's growing and it's working in the correct direction as what you guys wanting.
Yeah,
it is boring. It is not sexy. It's less headache. It's what else?
Okay. It's just boring. It's long term, but I feel it's kind of safe.
Yeah,
but it still is investment. There's
a risk involved.
Yeah, yes. but compared to whatever we have done before, I feel like it's safer compared to the rest.
For us, the risk is slightly lower compared to what other, I guess, experience that we've gone through.
Yeah.
And we look at that as well. Like if anything ever happened to one of us, the other person have access to it quite quickly. Yeah. So it's not like in
property you have to sell it.
You have to sell the whole entire lot.
Yeah.
And then in business, it's like, okay, then you got to sell the business. I don't know. Somebody have to evaluate your business, and somebody have to actually sell the business, and somebody have to purchase the idea, the concept that you're actually selling. So yeah, there's a lot of, I guess, whereas this click of a finger or a phone call if it needs to be, if you don't know how to use a computer. And it's done for you. Yeah.
So anyway, the couples, they sound, I think they will look into it, and hopefully that we help them with that. And it's just, I think you were happy that you can finally find someone to talk about that with a similar mindset, right?
Yeah, because it is a bit tough. I guess the journey of investing, it can get really lonely. It's hard to
find like-minded people, and I think money is quite a sensitive topic as well. You don't just ask them, oh, how much do you have and how much you going to retire. You don't ask those questions, and you have to wait till someone's brought it up, and if the other party is open about it, then you can talk. But someone brought it up and the other party not interested or not talking something about that, like just couple, for example, you talk about investment, I said, you do whatever you want. Then you feel lonely and you feel a bit stressful, and you don't know what direction you should go if you choose the right direction.
That was the reason why we created this channel, is because this topic is a bit hard to communicate.
Sensitive,
sensitive, and it's not open for a lot of people out there, for families, for couples, for a young person, let's say, if they're going to go through the journey of investing, personal finance title. But so we try to create that community. I mean, and we try to, I guess, explain our reasoning while we do certain things, our journey as we go along. And hopefully it helps for people out there who is going through this journey. I know for us, sometimes like just filtering out which one is this an information or are you selling us something?
Oh yeah.
So there's like, it's very fine line, let's say. And that's just our 2 cents, guys. Anyway, if you like this type of content, don't forget to subscribe, comment.
See you next time.
Bye.